Welcome to Mojo Plays. Today, we're looking at 10 things to know before playing Cyberpunk 2077, if we ever get the chance to, that is.
And a very important aspect of life in the city. You can find them everywhere.
Before we begin, we publish new content all week long, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. The plot.
So many options, so many possibilities.
You'll be jumping into CDPR's cyberpunk dystopia in the shoes of V, a down-and-out mercenary who's been hired to steal something called the Chip of Immortality from the Arasaka Corporation, a heist that doesn't go according to plan. It's this chip that enables V to resurrect every time they die and is why they can see Keanu Reeves' Johnny Silverhand, a musician said to have died many decades before the game begins. Silverhand says in promotional trailers it'll only take one night to destroy the entire city, though whether this is the main quest of the game is still unknown. There's no doubt that the entire game will be just as exciting as the prologue though.
How about we go over the plan?
You can do a pacifist run. You won't be able to avoid confrontation on the dangerous and gang-ridden streets of Night City, but you will be able to choose how you want to handle these encounters. If you don't want to kill anybody, you don't have to. CDPR is giving players no shortage of ways to non-lethally take enemies out as well. In fact, you can beat the entire game without ever killing another character if that's what you want to do. You're still going to have to neutralize hostile NPCs, but providing the option of a full pacifist run, Cyberpunk has created far more opportunities for role-playing than RPGs that don't do this.
We have now opened up a non-violent path through this quest.
Character creation.
You also fully customize your character using a deep customization system that spans not only your look and style, but also your abilities.
Unlike the Witcher series where Geralt is the fixed protagonist, Cyberpunk will have a deep character creation system for you to tinker with to your heart's content. Aside from the usual sliders to determine body shape and facial structure, you'll have far more options here than in lots of other games. Most exciting are options for tattoos and cool cosmetic cyberware right off the bat. And yes, there are customizable genitals, though you can toggle nudity on or off. You'll also be able to choose between 3 life paths to determine V's backstory and which prologue you play through, becoming either a nomad, a street kid, or a corpo.
Come on, Jaina, make the dock wait. Pull some pants on your culo and get down here. Subway entrance, and bring your iron.
Cyberware. One of the coolest things in the cyberpunk genre is the cybernetic enhancements called cyberware in 2077. Cyberware can drastically change your gameplay experience, from deadly upgrades like the gruesome mantis blades we've seen all over the promos, to hacker upgrades that will let you manipulate the environment and the cyberware of others. Each part of V's body will have a set number of cyberware slots, with some large components taking up multiple slots and limiting how many you can have at one time. There are also more unique stats, including a tech stat to buff your cyberware, and even a cool stat that determines how well V copes under pressure.
Instead, it has a fluid class system that allows players to mix and match a wide range of abilities to suit their playstyles.
Weapon customization.
Alas, nothing ever transpires as planned with them.
But maybe you'd think customizing V to your heart's content is enough choice. If that's the case, you'll be happy to know that there are also robust customization options for V's wide arsenal of futuristic weapons. There are 3 types of weapons: power, tech, and smart, and they can all be utilized in different ways, providing diverse playstyles and techniques. You can add plenty of weapon mods to change the way your favorite guns work, and you can add skins for that personal touch. Weapons also come in different rarities, and you'll even get more efficient reload animations as you get better with a certain firearm. The setting.
In this world, people pay with eddies, slang for Eurodollars. We make sure to root every detail in the world's lore.
You'll be heading to Night City, voted the worst place to live in America in the tabletop RPG. Built by entrepreneur Richard Knight before his death, Night City is located in a highly polluted version of Northern California. It's divided into 6 distinct districts, including Haywood, Santo Domingo, and the dense city center, each with their own style, inhabitants, and culture. Some places are occupied by the city's rich elite, while others are home to the underclass and subject to even more pollution. If that wasn't enough for you, the city is surrounded by Badlands, a toxic desert V comes from if you choose the nomad life path.
My choice forges strong bonds and a higher duty that stands solid as an old oak.
Driving.
Real messed up pendejos, cars. Saw it yourself.
Night City is vast, and you won't want to traverse it by walking alone. Luckily, there are plenty of vehicles V can drive. You'll have the standard Knight Rider-inspired cars with sleek neon trims, but far cooler is the cyberpunk treatment ARC motorcycles have been given. Keanu Reeves' company is way out of the price range of most people, but you'll be able to ride a bunch of these bikes in the game. Unlike similar sandbox games, however, you won't be able to steal all the cool cars you see in the street unless you get specific upgrades to do so. This is because CDPR wants to really tie your vehicle to your progression, so you can't get the best cars until much later in the game.
Gotta move the tech, but they can't. Cause your new best friend from the tripped out, tanked out SUV is just begging them to try.
Main quest design.
Going on 20 hours since the convoy was jumped and she still don't have no guilty body.
In The Witcher 3, even the smallest side quests and contracts were meaningful and interesting, a design choice CDPR has thankfully doubled down on for Cyberpunk. In fact, in October, the official Twitter account even claimed that Witcher 3 was only a warm-up for quest design. One of the big differences is the way that the main quest will pan out, if you even decide to do the main quest, that is. You can actually reach the end game without following the story at all, giving a completely different route to other players and really carving out your own path. Even more interesting, there won't be a black and white morality system, just a reputation system to tell you what different people think of V.
See how this works now? Only the Corp gets what it wants. Remember that.
Factions.
But now a gang called the Animals has moved in for reasons unknown.
Something's not going right for the big guy up top.
There are plenty of different factions V can team up with or make enemies of, from the city's various gangs to the many corporations in control. The most striking gang is easily Maelstrom, who uses illegal and extensive cyberware mods to make themselves powerful and inhuman. But there are also more ordinary street gangs like the 6th Street Gang and the Tiger Claws, not that they're any less dangerous. You can get on the bad side of the corporations too, like Militech, which, as you expect, develops military technology, the Trauma Team, who will patch you up for a small fortune, and Arasaka, the manufacturer of that all-important chip of immortality.
Well done, Missy. Well done. See you there.
Post-launch multiplayer.
All right.
Much like Red Dead Redemption 2, Cyberpunk's single-player story will be left to stand on its own 2 feet for a long time after launch. CDPR says the multiplayer launch will be an event in and of itself. Unfortunately, you're going to have to wait a long time, with 2022 currently being the earliest date it could drop. We've seen numerous delays for the single player so far, and the multiplayer mode might face a similar fate, meaning it could actually be 2023 or beyond until we finally get to play the game with friends. On the bright side, this is because it's only stated to launch after the planned single player DLCs go live, so we won't be wanting for content in the meantime.
Think you can do that? Then we got a deal.
Check out these other great clips from Mojo Plays, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.